Welcome back. Thanks to all new subscribers. Thank you. Was Pastor Philip Anthony Mitchell's teaching wrong? The sermon or the message has gone viral, and in the message, he taught about honoring government and that police officers, white, quote unquote white, can't be blamed for the deaths of black children or African children. Was he wrong? Pastor Philip Anthony Mitchell, and he said it himself, he's a growing pastor. He's a learning pastor, and he's growing. You know, there are sometimes he can be what's called keeping it real. But one thing you have to admire him for is his faithful adherence to the biblical text, or his faithfulness to teaching the scriptures. Everything that he taught was not wrong. It was absolutely right what he taught. Honoring God, honoring government. He's right. Because government is created by God. We're to honor the offices and honor the positions. Because government was created by God. Now it's been corrupted by man or men, but it was created by God. Secondly, white officers cannot be blamed for the deaths of black children. And that varies, but he's right. And he gave an example of what he was teaching. And I know because I've been in situations just like him. And if it wasn't for having wise parents who gave me wisdom, and just people from the community or people that I knew that were older than me, that had more wisdom than I had, I could have been dead. But because of the wisdom of my parents and other seniors and elders in the community and in communities, I avoided a lot. And he's catching such black backlash because everything he said is truth. Parents today, most of them are either just as young as their children, or want to be friends with their children, you know. So the parents today aren't teaching the children anything, and he's absolutely right. And it could be in all communities, but especially the black African communities, parents do not teach their children. They don't instruct their children. And most parents know what their children are involved in. And then if there's a death, they want to get on the news and play the victim or play like they didn't know. Most parents know the type of behavior and activities that their children are involved in that causes a lot of their deaths, or they're being jailed. A lot of parents do know that. But there are parents who profit off of that child or those children's behavior. They know. Then if they die, they play the victim or they play innocent. He's absolutely right. But the deaths can vary. They can vary. There's videos out there, and there's information out there that teaches everybody, whether old or young, how to deal with irritable, angry, hostile officers. In some situations, if an officer comes up and you see they're hostile or irritable, that's not the time to be egotistical, you know. And true again, most officers are cowards in uniforms and wear badges. But still, that's not the time to prove your toughness. In most videos, they tell you, if an officer comes up and they ask you questions that you're not capable of answering, or if they just ask you questions that don't even make any sense, don't respond. And you let them know, not responding because I don't have a lawyer present. Why is he catching such backlash? And especially coming from the black church or the black community. And this kind of ties in with a video I'm working on, identity politics in the church. The backlash is coming from identity politics. Now, blackness or whiteness has more precedence in the church than the gospel, teaching of the scriptures, and the word of God. Biblical ignorance, biblical illiteracy just predominates the church now. Pervades the church now. But Pastor Philip Anthony Mitchell, you just teach and preach the word. Be instant, in season, out of season. Your reward is coming.